My daughter was in family daycare from age 1 to 5, and I always gave a Mother's Day card to her daycare mom. When people ask me about my family and my childhood, it's a complicated story. On the surface, it looks like the typical 1950s American family: mother, father, 3 children. But we mainly lived in India, so my experiences were different. I was born while my parents were on home leave. Dad returned shortly after I was born, and Mom and I followed when I was 8 months, flying from Sioux City, Iowa to Calcutta. It took 3 days with me in my mom's lap. She raised such a fuss about the situation that my father's company changed their policy to allow first-class passage for trips over 8 hours. In Calcutta, I was looked after by my ayah. Ayah is a Hindi word that means maidservant. We left Calcutta when I was 3, and I don't even know her name. In 1953, we moved to Bombay. My brother Rick was born, and Martha was hired to look after us. Martha was a Christian from Goa who had been brought up in an orphanage. She was called a nanny because she wore a white uniform and had an English language education. Nannies and ayahs were the primary adults in the expat children's world. There was a big garden across from Shangri-La, our first apartment house in Bombay. Martha taught me how to play with the children there. She took us on outings. When we moved to Marble Arch, another apartment building, she organized the neighborhood children to play rounders and 7 tiles. And we held fairs to raise money for cancer research. My friend Roshan's father was a cancer doctor. During the monsoon, Martha directed plays that we acted out using classic comics as our scripts. I remember the time she took us to our cook's wedding. One of my most vivid memories is of Martha, Rick, and I looking out from the balcony at my parents' car, trying to make a right-hand turn onto a busy street. They were going to the hospital for my brother Jim's birth, but it took them more than half an hour to make that turn, and they barely arrived at the hospital in time. On August 5th, 1958, at my brother Rick's birthday party, my dad came home and said he was transferred to Hong Kong. We left before the end of the month. I never saw Martha again, and my mother made it clear we were not to talk about Martha. Martha and my mother had argued constantly. I didn't fully grasp what was going on, but I always stuck up for Martha.